There are 7 million men, women, and children who are displaced inside Syria. There are 4 million more who are refugees scattered throughout the region. And the magnitude and duration of this crisis obviously has stretched the global response thin. To that end, I'm pleased to announce today that the United States will significantly increase our numbers for refugee resettlement in the course of this next year or the year after. Last year, I think we were at 70,000. We are now going to go up to 85,000 with at least, and I underscore the at least, it is not a ceiling, it's a floor, of 10,000 over the next year in Syria specifically, even as we also receive more refugees from other areas. And in the next fiscal year, we will target 100,000. And if it's possible to do more, we'll do. One of the reasons it's difficult is that post 9/11, we have new laws, new requirements with respect to security, background checks, and vetting. So it takes longer than one would like, and we cannot cut corners with respect to those security requirements. But this step that I am announcing today, I believe, is in keeping with the best tradition of America as a land of second chances and a beacon of hope. And it will be accompanied by additional financial contributions to the humanitarian effort, not only from our government, but from the American people, and that will become more specific in the next days. We're also determined to attack the root causes of this problem. As we said many times, and we reaffirmed today in our discussions, there is no military solution. It requires a political solution. And the way forward has always been trying to find the common ground with respect to that. Now, military pressure is part of the equation, which is precisely why we have put together an over 60-nation coalition to degrade and ultimately defeat Daesh, wherever it exists. And that is why we've also said that there can be no solution without a transition in power, as the Geneva process has affirmed and which Russia has signed up to. It would be delusional to believe that President Assad can ever unite or govern a peaceful Syria. And it would be just as impossible for Daesh or any other violent extremist group. It would be impossible for any of us to conceive of any way in which they should be allowed or possibly come close to governing. So the international community has a fundamental, huge obligation in these next days to come together to help Syrians find a more promising path. I asked some of the refugees today, what was it that triggered after enduring a number of years of this extraordinary conflict in which they've lived fearful for their lives on a daily basis? What suddenly triggered that wave? And it is really an utter sense of desperation, loss of hope, a sense that there isn't any possibility for any kind of future. Well, all of us in positions of responsibility, nations with power and capacity and opportunity have an obligation to come together and restore hope and prove to the world that the multilateral community could actually find a way forward here.